Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over some news that we got regarding The Flash Season 9. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new, notifications on, let's get right into the news. So as always in news videos, if you're new to the channel and you don't know this, whenever I do news videos and there's an article attached to it, I tend to screenshot the part that I'm going to be talking about, putting it on the screen when I do start talking about it in a minute. And in the description down below, it'll be one of the top, I'm pretty sure the top link in the article or description will be the article that I'll be taking that screenshot from. So if you want to look at the news yourself, you can do that. If you don't trust me, you can do that. But I am going to be posting screenshot of the part that I'm going to be talking about on your screen when I start talking about it. Just so we're all clear and there's no confusion. And yeah, because somehow there was a couple times. So nonetheless, let's get into it. So TV Line did a bunch of interviews, quick little questions for showrunners and that. And one of them that they did was for The Flash. And they brought up, one of the questions they brought up was, will Mia Smoke be returning to The Flash again in Season 8? And Michael, who's the one asking the question, said, I finally got your question to showrunner Eric Wallace, who reported back. Not this year, but I do hope to have her back in Season 9. Bonus scoop, there is no predicting this week's B story, but it takes place in Central City and it is a doozy. Now, what B story means is the second story of this episode, 818. There are two stories every episode. There's the Barry main plot, main character episode, like in 818 it'll be Barry, Thawne, and Thawne, Matt's Thawne, and probably Tom's Thawne as well. That would be the A story or the main story. What Eric Wallace is talking about is a sub-story like Chester, Allegra, Cecile, or possibly Iris. I don't think she's going to be in this episode. I don't entirely remember, though. I'm pretty sure it's 819. She's coming back. But nonetheless, it'll take place outside Central City. That's what the B plot is. Doesn't mean we won't see like Team Flash working with Barry. That would be part of the A plot. But the B plot is really important. We can all agree on that. But the thing that we should be looking at here is that Eric Wallace does want Mia to return in Season 9. Now, he did start writing Season 9, so I wouldn't be surprised if she appears early in Season 9, especially if there's like a 4-part event again in Season 9, like Armageddon, but something else where it's crossing over different people. Or just Black Lightning again, or Superman, Stargirl, Jay coming back. Well, Jay's always coming back, but you know what I mean. Bring back all these characters. I wouldn't be surprised if Mia showed up. Now, I wish that we got more Barry and Mia stuff in Armageddon, but otherwise I didn't really mind her role in 805. I think she appeared in. I think it worked out pretty well. Again, I do wish there were things that Barry and Mia just had, like, one-on-one scenes, like talking about Oliver and all that. Those are things I wish could have happened, but they didn't. I'm assuming it was because, it made sense. Barry was dealing with Thawne and Despero at the same time. Iris, we had a one-on-one scene with Iris and Mia, and, then we had Mia turn, quote-unquote, bad because of Despero and nearly kill all Team Flash, but, I think I love Cat McNamara's Mia Smoke, whatever we're calling her now. The Green Arrow. I love her as the Green Arrow. I love her as Mia. She's amazing. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they bring her back. Like I just said, though, the one thing I would like to see if she does come back in Season 9, which is a big if, because right now Cat McNamara is doing a new show. So it's like Stephen Amell with Arrow. He's busy with a new show. He can't really make the time to come back. I wouldn't be surprised though if he was really hell bent on coming back, he couldn't make time for it. Same with Cat McNamara. She said publicly that she would love to come back because we didn't really finish her story in Armageddon, which we weren't planning on it. The whole reason she was in the episode was to let viewers know, hey, this is where this character is now. This is what she's going to be going through. Since the show didn't get picked up, and yeah, that's the whole point why she was in the episode. Nonetheless, I do really hope that we get an Oliver mention, like Barry and Mia talking about Oliver, and nothing related to Oliver at all between Barry and Mia. And I get it, the writing worked out well for 805, where we could understand why Barry wasn't really focused on Mia, because he was focused on Thawne being released from the timeline, what decision he's gonna make, kill him or save him. And then Despero making the decision 100 times harder, so you have to factor in those factors. And realistically, while you're dealing with a guy, two people who are one of his worst enemies been there for the past 8 years, and the other just showed up as the powerful alien, I mean, who are you going to focus on more? The two threats or your friend's daughter, from the future? I mean, we've already had experience with kids from the future, especially on The Flash. So, it makes sense to me why we didn't get a Barry and Mia scene. Or at least, on the level that we all wanted. I am glad, though, that we got Iris and Mia a little bit, because we never really see them two talking together, and there was a little bit of sass going back and forth. But nonetheless, I would love to see Mia back for more than one episode, season 9. Now, again, Eric Wallace to say she's not going to be in season 8. So, this again dials down that special person that we don't know who it is that will be in 820. And supposedly is someone that we have seen before in the Arrowverse. And we are going to be surprised at who it was. I've done basically 3 full videos over there who the hell it was. Everyone thought it would be Thawne. That's out the window. For people who thought it was Mia, that's out the window. I don't think there are a lot of people saying it. There are some people saying it. I am heavily devoted to saying it will be Oliver. If he doesn't show up in 820, he has to show up in season 9. And I know I'm saying he has to, but he does. Especially the last season. The Flash cannot end without Oliver in it on some level. On episode or 2 or the series finale, Oliver Queen needs to be in the final season. Supergirl, when it ended, it was okay that we didn't have Flash or Arrow or whatever crossing over with that show. We all have seen Barry in the episode, just one more Barry and Kara scene. But, Supergirl started on its own. Like when Arrow's finale aired, we had Barry, Kara, Sarah, all there with their own respective shows. Not all the teams, but, Barry and Kara going for Oliver's funeral. And they did that because they wouldn't have shows without Arrow, without Steven. So they were there to respect that. And it worked out pretty well. I think we can all agree. But if Flash is going to end in season 9, we need Oliver back. And I think Eric Wallace knows that. And if it doesn't happen, it's going to be disappointing. No matter what happens in that finale, I will be disappointed if we don't get Oliver in a series finale. Not season finale, series finale. Whenever that is. Season 9, season 10, or season 11. Or season 12. Who the hell knows when the show will end. But nonetheless, I 100% think that Oliver will return in season 9 if he doesn't return in 820. Which, again, I think that stakes are very high from the return in 820. Who knows, though. But, nonetheless, I would love to see me in season 9. As I said already, I think she did an amazing job in Arrow and Armageddon. I would like her to be in more scenes. I don't know physically what they could do if it's not part of the event that we're getting in season 9. And again, I'm assuming we're getting an event because Eric Wallace said it several times, just to get Tyler onto the show and probably Stargirl and a couple others as well. So I wouldn't particularly be like, we're not getting an event. It's not. I think it's fair to say we are. Even though it's 15 episodes right now, they could always extend it to 18 or to 20. Is this what Grant signed on for? But then again, he signed on for 18 episodes this season, and now he's in 20. So it's really down to Eric Wallace and the writers to say, do we want a longer season? Because the event that we're getting in season 9, how long will it be? Because we have to have interludes, so forget that. Eric Wallace's favorite, which honestly this season's interludes have not been that bad. They actually feel like their own little story, which I'm glad they do. But we do have to remember season 9, if we have it'd probably be a 4-parter, not a 5-parter event little thing where we're getting our heroes on the show as a redemption arc in a way. Like for Ray, I think he got really redeemed after the whole Legends thing ruined that character, at least for me. And Batwoman, actually really liked Ryan Wilder's Batwoman in Armageddon, which is the first time I ever said that. And don't get me wrong, Javicia is a great superhero. I never thought she really fit the Batwoman role. Armageddon, for me at least, shined a bright light that she does. So, and we got Ryan Choi in it, even though he didn't really have anything important to do. But nonetheless, I mean, if we get an event in season 9, it would have to be a good one. And, I think we all have mixed opinions on Despero. I really liked him as the quote-unquote big bad of the crossover. Who the big bad for season 9's event, assuming there is one, which there more than likely will be. Who that could be, zero idea, but I would hope that it would be, someone that could be a much bigger threat to Barry, especially if it was to like Superman, where they need to bring him in, and to Mia, if they need to bring her in, which Despero was a big threat to Mia, obviously, but especially if they're going to bring Superman, we need a big enough threat for Barry and Clark to fight, to bring in these other heroes as well, like Mia or Black Lightning or Supergirl, whatever. It would need to be that big of a threat. So I could see that playing out in that favor. Anything else with Mia related, I could see it being an interlude episode in season 9. But I think it's heavily fair to say that Mia will more than likely return in season 9 if Eric Wallace is saying that he hopes to have her back in season 9, meaning I think he's going to figure out a way to write her into something. Where it'll be for an episode or 2, and we'll get Mia back for those 2 episodes, or an episode or 2, I should say. We don't know how long, obviously, but I would assume at least 1 episode, maybe 2 max. I could see happening on the show, but yeah. I think that's everything I want to go over. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.